Alright guys, here's my ultimate guild boss guide. Basically, it's going to be a guide for the attack set and your bot set, and some strategies to use to maximize your output. Alright, let's start with the guild bot set. So basically on your guild set, you want to run 2 pieces of Ember and 2 pieces of Captain. And if you have the Boring Helm, that's a great plus. That would provide you the optimal amount of damage. So let's take a look at the stats here of what you want for the optimal setup. Now, for me, I have skill damage 105%. I have damage at 38%, and my attack speed is 35%. Now, there are variations. I've heard it is better to run the attack speed at 55%, but I prefer it at 35 for the increased skill damage. Also, my Ember chest right now is not optimized. It actually has more critical chance than needed. Really what you want, so let me show you what my Ember chest looks like. Really what you want is Ember chest with 2 critical chance stats and then damage stat at the top, so you can actually get 10% damage and 70% critical chance. I just have mine with triple critical chance, and I didn't want to use any stones on it because my bot is pretty much doing pretty well at this point, averaging 3 million to 4 million damage. Alright, and then other thing I have is the Ember Roots. For the Ember Roots, generally you would want, so I have triple skill damage, but you can also run attack speed as third stat, attack speed 20%. Alright, so let's go over to the attack set. So on the attack set, once again, you can reuse your Ember Pants, but this time you're running the Gravebreaker chests. So let me show you guys my Gravebreaker chest. I have this one optimized. So as you can see, it's optimized with 10% damage, critical chance 30%, and critical chance 40%, so a total 70% critical chance. The reason why you want to run the Gravebreaker's chest is because it has 2 DPS runes versus the Ember chest, which only has 1 DPS rune. And overall, the Gravebreaker chest also has a lot of might. And it's advised that you try to max out your might, because your might actually scales with your damage. And you can see my stats here: 48% damage, 70% critical chance. I have 105% skill damage and 35% attack speed. Of course, like I said earlier, you can run 85% skill damage and 55% attack speed instead. Though I do prefer the skill damage, as I like most of my damage does come from Meteor, and I'm just trying to get as much damage as I can out of it. As you can see, other variations of this, also you can also run the Noble the Noble Shield, along with 2 pieces of Captain, running the Captain Gloves and Captain Pants instead, but I'm using this build in order to get more fire damage. Alright, so let's go into some advanced tactics. So I'm going to jump into here and show you guys the optimal spot to stand to get your adrenaline to proc. So basically, you stand a little bit onto the right side next to that cross. As you can see there, at that particular spot, the boss will hit me for enough damage to proc my adrenaline every time he goes for the circular attack. Not the spiral attack, but this attack right here. So every time he goes for that attack, I would get hurt just enough to proc the adrenaline. Now, when you're running adrenaline, it's a little more dangerous. And if you guys are having trouble with survival, I would actually advise you to not run this spot. And I want you guys to go back to the safe spot if you've seen in my previous videos. Alright, so let me jump into the one of my older videos in order to show you the safe spot. And why it is important to use that spot instead if you're having trouble with survival. Okay, where is that video? Okay. So in order to get to the safe spot, all you need to do is just roll once at the beginning of the match. So let me show you that again. So I just roll over once, and then my bot just attacks straight in. As you can see right there, it's actually a little bit to... So it's a little bit to the left from the adrenaline spot. And actually next right of the, just barely to the right. And you can see how little damage I'm taking standing in that spot. I'm barely taking any damage from the boss. Versus the adrenaline spot, which almost kills you every time. So if you guys are having trouble surviving, I definitely advise this spot instead. By standing here, you would almost never die. The chances of you dying at this spot is super low. It will allow you to also maintain your health and the Aquila buff the entire round. Alright, so let's move on to more advanced tactics now. So I'm going to show you guys the Sanctuary trick. So basically the Sanctuary trick is to try and time your Sanctuary at 1 minute or 1 minute and 1 second. And 30 seconds. The reason why those two time stamps are very important is because the boss will proc his pushback at those timestamps. And then the pushback, when you get pushback, there's a very high chance that you might die. So generally what I do is that, so let me pause for a bit here. Generally what I do is that I always wait for my boss to heal me on the first attack. And as soon as the second attack comes up, I don't heal until the small red circle reaches the large red circle. So about this spot, as you can see right here, I would start to proc my heal. Another thing about the timing is that when you get close to one minute, around like 1:15, you cannot proc your heal any later than that. If you proc your heal any later than 1:15, you're not going to be able to get healing ready again at 1 minute. So let me go there. As you can see here, I had my heal ready again at the 1:18 second mark. So as soon as I saw that, I popped it again, and it didn't matter whether the boss just finished the healing or if their healing was still going. My main prerogative at that spot is to activate heal so that my heal will be ready again at the 1 minute mark. Alright, you can see it coming up right now. I'll pause right here, and you see my healing is ready. So I popped it as soon as 1 minute and 1 second hit, or 1 minute. So I'm going to play the video again, and then you'll see right at that spot the boss goes for his pushback. Alright, see that? There's the pushback. This will come up again at the 45-second mark. So at around the 45-second mark, I cannot heal any later than that. Because if I do that, I'll miss my healing at the 30-second mark. So let's pause right here. Oh, wait. So you see I'll pause right here, and you'll see that I'm ready to heal once again at the 31-second mark. And as soon as my heal is ready, I popped it immediately because I knew that another pushback is coming. So I'm going to press play, and then you'll see that. There we go. Saw the pushback. So those two spots are very important for you to have your heal ready. So remember that to pop your heal no later than 1:15, so it's ready at 1 minute. And then to pop your heal again no later than 45 seconds, so it's ready again at 30 seconds. And then the last tactic, advanced tactic I want to talk about is timing your meteor. So with cross strike, you just activate it as it goes, or I just activate it as it goes. While meteor, I actually try to time it right after I get hit by, right after adrenaline pops, and after my health is full again. So right here you can see at the 1 minute and the 1 minute and 40-second mark, you saw that I waited a little bit and I didn't pop my meteor until I was fully healed. So I took the damage to get the adrenaline up, and then I healed all the way back up before popping meteor. So that would ensure that I get the full damage out of my meteor to optimize my damage rates. After that point, your meteor will be able to time itself automatically, so you don't have to worry about delaying it anymore. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this, guys. Like I said, if you guys having trouble with survival, stick to the safe spot. Alright, leave a like and comment below and any questions you may have. I'll talk to you guys next time. Going in out.